Please help me welcome the chairman of the PBLEC IA Board of Directors, Honorable Jesus S. Divago II. Sir.
Morning, everyone. I didn't know that I have to earn my lunch today by introducing our guest speaker. And what made it extra hard is I was just handed this extensive resume describing all his background. Our guest speaker is the Undersecretary of the Department of National Defense. He holds the position of the Undersecretary for Civil, Veterans, and Retiree Affairs. Kaya nga ho, PBDEC. Diba? But when you say PBDEC, veterans yan. Yan ang terming sinasabi. Kaya pag meron kayong nakilala na dati sa Divisoria nagtatrabaho, pag sinabing taga-PBDEC ako, veteran siya. Kaya yan ang connotation ng PBDEC. So his main role is to advise and assist the Secretary of National Defense in formulating objectives and policy for civil, veterans, retiree, and public affairs. Ang haba ho nun. He also supervises the implementations of the DND DPWH Convergence Program for enhancing national security and peace between the National Defense and the Department of Public Highways. This solution is done worldwide. If I remember correctly, this was done by Prime Minister Mahathir, si Mahathir sa Malaysia, when he connected by big infrastructure road projects the whole of Malaysia. So yung mga Muslim rebels niya in the south, headed by Anwar, nawala ang rebellion because of good infrastructure. And that is what our guest speaker main task is today. Pag merong kalye, walang rebels. And this was done particularly also in Cotabato by Manny Piñol, Governor Manny Piñol. I am aware of this because as a former Executive Vice President of DBP, I financed the efforts of Governor Piñol. Infrastructure project became anti-rebellious movement. And this is what is being handled by our main speaker today. He is a member also of my favorite PMA class 1978. My favorite, because that is the only class that I visit every year, because my best friend belongs to that class. Aside from that, with his military background, he is a double master's degree holder, which is not very easy to do. So, nakikipaglaban ng gera, mahilig pang mag-aral. So talaga hong pang-secretary potentials. So, he holds a master's degree in public administration and strategic studies from Australia. He is a decorated soldier. He's a soldier and includes a Legion Medal on the degree of Officer, Legion of Honor, Gawad sa Kaunlaran, U.S. Army Achievement Medal, and the U.S. Army Commendation Medal. During his testimonial honors during his retirement, our guest speaker was described as one of the best leaders in military organization. So it is my pride and pleasure to introduce our guest speaker for the day on our 44th anniversary, our respected Undersecretary for the National Defense, former Lieutenant General of the Armed Forces, Reynaldo Ray, as we call him, Mapago.
I also greet Attorney Franklin Enquiano, our favorite mayor from Iligan, the CEO and administrator of the Industrial Authority. Sir, I heard about your proposal. I was present when he made the presentation to the SMB. Napakaganda nun. And if that will come to pass, I think you will not only grow stronger as your theme for this year's anniversary celebration, 44th anniversary celebration. I think you will be the best in not only this region, maybe in the world. Doon sa mga pinaplano ni Administrator, parang pangalan natin si Administrator. I also greet the members of the board. Hindi ko na po sila isa-isahin because they were mentioned earlier, but nandyan yung mga upperclassmen ko, katulad na ni Colonel Noble, General Alamillo. May I greet also the Administrator of the Philippine Veterans Affairs Office, Yusek Carolina, sir. Siya yung reason why we have a lot of ongoings sa veterans, napakaraming reforms that we are undertaking now, and it's because of the various initiatives of Yusek Carolina. May I also greet Mr. Fledway Vesma, Chairman of the Organizing Committee for this event. And yung pong bumubuo ng TVDEC IA, nandito ngayon, and our beloved veterans who are here in our midst, mayong buntag sa tanan. The Secretary of National Defense, the Honorable Delphine N. Lorenzana, would like to express his regrets for not being able to attend this very important occasion because of a kind of emergency in Metro Manila, as you have read or heard or learned. Parang medyo may konting crisis situation sa Manila because of the monsoon rain, the southwest monsoon, that induces heavy rains in Metro Manila. At saka yung Karating po and its environs from central Luzon down to southern Luzon. So he was with the President to oversee what's best to do under these circumstances. So the Secretary would have wanted to be here, but anyway, I'm here as his representative. Gusto ko rin batiin si Director Arnel, Commodore Arnel Gonzalez. He's the Regional Director of the Office of Civil Defense dito sa Region 10. Si Colonel Guerrillo, the Commanding Officer of 58th Infantry Battalion. Sila yung nagbabantay sa inyong lahat dito. So, thank you. Na-ranger namin si Colonel Guerrillo. Colonel Jose Maler, the Regional President of the DFP. May also acknowledge the heads of the PIA locators who are here today. Good morning. I think as I'm seeing yung inyong motto o yung anniversary theme nyo, growing stronger is very timely because we are actually trying to come up with a very inclusive economic development in this part of the world dito sa Philippines. And one of the pillars hopefully will be your company. And more so because we want that to happen so that you can serve more our veterans who have sacrificed a lot, not only during the last Great War, but also the veterans that followed after World War II. Kasama po kami ni Yusek Carolina, General Alamillo, sina Colonel Noble, dyan sa inyong mga stakeholders. So with that, again, congratulations sa inyong lahat dito on your 44th anniversary. Hopefully, your theme for this year, Growing Stronger, will become strongest in the future, in the near future. So may I now go to the speech of the Secretary of National Defense, and may I read it for everybody. And I quote, "To our beloved veterans and those who comprise the PIA, guests, ladies and gentlemen, people of Tagaloan, maayong buntag kaninyong tanan. In keeping with your mandate of carrying out the government's policy of encouraging, promoting, and sustaining the economic and social growth of the country, your corporation continuously, for 44 years, establishes and manages industrial areas that contribute to building a more inclusive economic growth for our nation. Apart from administration of industrial areas, PhilDec is also one of the 8 agencies that work for and operate for the welfare of our veterans and military retirees. Service for veterans has always been at the heart of PhilDec and is even made part of your major performance indicators. On behalf of One Defense Team, I thank you for your enduring commitment to serve the veterans. Daghang kayong salamat. Of course, I will not let this occasion pass without thanking you for the yearly assistance released to the veterans and for your donation to Veterans Memorial Medical Center, which was used to purchase various medical equipment as well as medicines of BMMC. All these reflect your love and respect for our veterans who sacrificed their life and limb for our country. Moreover, statistics of the Philippine Veterans Affairs Office show that as of July 2018, Misamis Oriental has a remaining 1,102 active veterans. Their number is decreasing as fast as lightning, particularly that of our senior war veterans. This is why we continue to push for the Senate's approval of Senate Bill 1766, which seeks to increase the old age pension of senior war veterans from 5,000 pesos to 20,000 pesos. Its counterpart bill in the lower house has already been approved on third and final reading. As one of the agencies advocating for our veterans' welfare, I urge PhilDec to help us in pressing our veterans' cause to our senators so they will approve the most awaited pension increase. To PhilDec and all the men and women behind this agency, I wish you more fruitful years, and I hope that you will continue to bring about more beneficial impacts, not only here in Tagaloan, not only in Misamis Oriental, but in the whole country, in the whole Philippines. Happy anniversary, and God bless us all. Ang Ginoo maana kaninyo.